When I started the ministry that's responsible for Second Chance Youth Ranch, January 1st, 1988, I put on my daytimer, on every page of my monthly daytimer, no retreat, no remorse, no regrets. I don't believe in looking backwards. I only believe in looking up and looking forward. I'm Perry Black, pastor of Family Church, founder of Second Chance Youth Ranch. Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. I'm your host, Perry Black, and on this show, we not only have a great guest, we're going to share with you a great opportunity on how you can personally become an angel for Second Chance Youth Ranch and some of our students during this beautiful, wonderful holiday season. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back with Rachel Hubbard.
Sitting on 300 acres near Perrin, Arkansas, Second Chance Youth Ranch is a faith-based place for children in foster care to experience life in a new way, a place where they can come to get a fresh start.
Our goal is to provide a safe, loving family for children who have been removed from abusive or neglectful homes. So we have several different foster homes, and each foster home has a mom and a dad assigned to that home, and they do everything that regular parents would do for the kiddos in their home. They do homework every night. They cook dinner and sit around and eat as a family. They clean up.
It's really important for us to be a family. Some of them choose to call us mom and dad. Some of them call us grandma and grandpa. We've been here for so long. But we want as normalcy as possible so they can just feel secure, so they can, when they get older, be able to reciprocate what the ranch has given to them.
Welcome to Second Chance Youth Ranch. It's interview time with our very special guest and a personal friend of mine, Mrs. Rachel Hubbard.
Hi.
Hey, Rachel, today Billy can't be with us, so he sent his best half, not just the better half, right?
I don't know.
On this show today, we're going to be visiting with Rachel because we want to give you an opportunity during this holiday season and the end of the year to become a Second Chance Ranch angel. How about that?
Sounds good.
So let's talk about that. What we are doing in this show are giving our friends and partners and all of our viewers at Victory Television Network an opportunity to make a personal connection through the ranch with our children by becoming an angel. You know, a lot of places have angel tree. We want you to be the angel. So tell us first and foremost, how many students do we have currently at our houses at Second Chance Ranch? A couple of houses out at the ranch itself, and then we have 2 in the city of Bryant. So how many students do we have altogether that we're wanting to let people sponsor for Christmas?
Between our 2 campuses, we have about 25 right now, but there is a possibility that that could increase to maybe even 35 by the time Christmas comes around, just depending.
And Christmas is just a couple of weeks away, so this is your chance. And it's an opportunity because we live in the greatest country in the world. You can even get a tax deduction for blessing kids in foster care.
There you go.
So tell us a little bit, in the houses that we have, currently 4 or 5 houses filled with kids, got their own Christmas trees. Tell us a little bit how each house operates during the Christmas season.
So each house operates kind of like a regular family would. We, get on some Christmas PJs, we bake cookies together, we wrap presents and put them under the tree, and they shake them and try to guess what's in there. And then we do Christmas morning, just like you probably did at your house growing up. They run out of their bedroom and wake the mom and dad up, and then we all go in the living room and, make a huge mess, and it's total chaos, and it's seriously the best time of the year at the ranch. Because a lot of these kids, they've never had that kind of, TV show Christmas. Like they think, they don't think that stuff really happens in real life because they've never had a good family to lean on. And so we're changing their memories.
Yeah, because Second Chance Youth Ranch is not a group home.
No.
We don't care who defines it that way because we are not a group home. We are a group of homes, a group of foster families, and every family operates and functions just like an intact whole family in the community.
They do.
We do everything together.
Yes, and I'll give you a good example of that. a lot of times people will contact us during the holidays and say, hey, you know, could I maybe host one of the children at my house for Christmas so that they don't have to stay at the ranch during that time? And you know what I say? Oh no, you can't have my babies on Christmas Day. You know, there are kids, and so it's just like a regular family, and we celebrate it that way.
Yeah, and Janet and I, that's the one day y'all know you're getting a visit from us.
We love it. We love when Papa Perry comes out to the ranch on Christmas.
We call him Peepaw behind his back. But what we do is we open up our gifts either the night before or the morning of, and then around noon we make our way to the ranch for any of our students that don't get to go home with their birth families. There are always quite a few there on the property, and we come out just to encourage them and kind of hear their stories and see their gifts. Oh, yeah. And those gifts are only made possible by the gifts of our partners.
Yes, absolutely. And we want that special Christmas morning. And I know it's stuff, you know, but it's also a memory of your childhood that you never forget.
Absolutely.
I want them to wake up and just see all these gifts with their names on them. And our partners make that possible.
They do make it possible. So how can you make it possible? I know that's what you're asking yourself right now. So how can they, our friends and partners, make a special Christmas for some of our children that are in our care at Second Chance Youth Ranch?
So they can go to our website, www.2CYR.org, and when they donate, they can select off of a menu Christmas Angel, and that will go directly towards blessing our kiddos for the holidays.
So a Christmas Angel gift doesn't come to me?
I'm sorry, Pastor.
But it goes, 100% of it goes to help that child have a great Christmas.
Yes.
And it can be a gift of any size.
Yes, absolutely.
But with the 25 children, 30 that we will have during the Christmas season, we would love to give every child a minimum of $100.
Absolutely.
But a partner doesn't have to do a whole $100. They can do $20 or $25.
Any amount helps, and we can also, if we get enough extra, we'll not only buy Christmas gifts, but we'll use that funding to pay for activities throughout the year for that child also. So it just goes directly to the kids to make life better for them.
And some of our partners are going to ask this: how old are the children, and why can't we buy them their gifts?
Our youngest baby is 4
years old,
and our oldest is 17, but we take all ages. And the reason we ask for donations instead of people buying gifts is because we want their mom and dad at the ranch to go and pick out their gifts for them, buy the things that's been on their list, you know, the things that they're really hoping for, and wrap it up and get it to them on Christmas morning. We don't want, you know, them to get something that maybe wasn't on. If we're going to spend the money, let's get exactly what they want. Let's get what's on their list and make it count.
So they've got a Christmas prayer list that they're already praying and believing God for.
Oh, yes.
And the way that that's possible is our partners send a love gift specifically for Christmas for our children. So what if somebody's watching and they want to sponsor that 4-year-old? Is there a way they can do that?
Well, you know what? They can just designate on the website whenever they make their donation, and they can shoot us an email that says, hey, I want to make sure that the 4-year-old has a really special Christmas or whatever. And so we can definitely respect any special designations like that.
They can also go to our Facebook page, which is
Second Chance Ranch. If you just search that on Facebook, you'll find us, and that is a great way to keep up with what's going on every day. And also, I post a lot of needs on there too, you know, and so if there's a specific maybe gift that we're searching for that's hard to find or something, I'll post it on there. And so Facebook is a wonderful way to connect with us for sure.
This is your opportunity to get involved and make a phenomenal Christmas for young people that have been traumatized, abused, neglected, or hurt, that have become a part of our family. So we're going to take a moment and look at a commercial or two, and we'll be right back with Rachel.
Jesus, just the mention of your name. Flowers grow, the desert blooms again. Like fire in winter cold, like pure, precious gold. Jesus, just the mention of your name. The name above all names, the name that saves, the name that delivers, the name that heals, Jesus.
That is why I love Christian television, because they give His name to the world. That is worth supporting. Do that right now. Support this network financially and help give Jesus to the world.
There are many ways to help Second Chance Youth Ranch continue to make a difference in the lives of foster care children in Arkansas.
So the biggest need that we have at Second Chance Ranch is a financial need. And if somebody said, we want to support Second Chance Ranch, we want to help the kids there, then definitely making a donation is the best thing, because then we can use that money for whatever our kids need.
Every dollar is spent carefully. They are incredibly grateful to several Arkansas-based companies who have become partners with Second Chance Youth Ranch through financial contributions, material donations, or acts of service.
For us, it's been our blessing, and we've been given a lot. We have been blessed immensely. All of us have. And I think it's our responsibility to give back, as God has blessed us.
I think with any organization, you judge it by its fruit. And the difference in Second Chance Ranch and a lot of other organizations is the fruit that continually comes out. You're taking a broken vessel and you're making it new. And the fruit of that is always the most powerful thing to me about Second Chance Ranch.
If you really want to be convinced on whether or not you'd like to support, you ought to go meet these kids. You ought to go see the pictures that I've seen, the videos that I have seen. You ought to go see what these kids and the kind of environment that they're being raised in. Once you see all that, you see the great work that's going on, you'll support it.
I believe they should support the ranch because they're going to be supporting something that makes a difference. It's not going to some kind of place that's far off, that they're never going to see it, they're never really going to hear anything about it. We're local, we're right here. You can come and see what the fruit of your giving is doing. And even though some children might be here for a few months or a few weeks, what we do here stays with them for a lifetime, and they don't forget that.
Welcome back. As you know, our special guest today is Rachel Hubbard. Her and her husband Billy are our daily operations directors. They live on the campus of Second Chance Ranch. They have interactions every day with our children. And this show is our special Become a Second Chance Ranch Angel by sponsoring one of our angels. And we have angels at Second Chance Ranch that are as young as 4. What is our oldest student now, Rachel?
Right now, 17.
17. And many of our kids come from what counties? Because people always want to know, where do your kids come from? Where do you get your kids? They come from all over the state?
All over the entire state. We've had someone from almost every county in Arkansas, and they come to us through the court system, through the state, because they've been placed in foster care because they had to be removed from a really difficult situation.
99.9% of the times, it's not because anything one of our kids have done, it's what has or has not been done to them or for them. Is that right?
That's right. They're not bad kids.
Yeah.
They've been in really bad circumstances. Everything from, just living in really unclean situations to not having food or electricity to some just really heinous, difficult abuse situations.
Sometimes abuse, neglect, molestation. And so they come to us hurting and broken. Our goal is what?
Our goal is to help them to heal and to put them, we want to give them a safe, stable, loving home. But it's not just that. We want to start to rewrite their memories, their childhood. We want it to be something that they always remember as good. We want to teach them what a good, healthy family should be like. And we want to love those babies so that they start to see the truth.
Some of our kids, when they come to us, whether they're 4 or 17, they've never had a birthday party.
No.
Never had Christmas. Oftentimes they've been neglected. And it's not because their parents don't necessarily love them. Their parents are trapped in a cycle of defeat and bad choices, sometimes addiction. Some of their parents maybe be incarcerated.
Mental illness.
Yeah. So part of our goal is to create memories. Now, you're talking about creating memories. I own, and then I just had a birthday. I'm just barely over 21. I still own an Etch-a-Sketch, and I know some of you may not know what that is. An Etch-a-Sketch that I got when I was probably 7, over 60 years ago. I still have it. I'm an Etch-a-Sketch guru. I can write my name in cursive. I can make a dinosaur. And I have that memory. I remember opening my present back when I grew up. If you got 1 or 2 presents, that was pretty cool. And I still have the Etch-a-Sketch. So that's a memory I have. And so we're endeavoring to overcome the memories of hurt and abuse and give them new memories that they will have for a lifetime.
Oh, there's nothing better than our grown-up kids. You know, once they've come through Second Chance Ranch and now they're parents and they have children of their own, getting back in touch with me and asking for a special recipe that I made, you know, every Christmas when they were there, or saying, hey, just like you used to do this thing, I'm doing it with my kids now too. That's why we're here, and it's so special.
And we have young people who have come to the ranch that are now married with children. We've got one young lady that's just recently moved back from out of state. She's married and has 4 kids?
4, yeah. And most of them call Billy and I Lolly and Pop. That's our grandparent nicknames.
And are you under 30 or over 30?
I'm just barely over 30.
But you're a grandmother of how many then?
Oh, goodness, a few dozen, yeah. And there's nothing like, you know, just having my kids that I've raised at the ranch bring their children back and introduce us as their grandparents.
Your birth children are how old?
I have a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Yet you're a, quote, grandmother, a lolly, is that what you said?
A lolly,
For a couple of dozen
yes.
ranch kids who are now adults, so you're their grandparents, so to speak. And some of those families come back, and even some of our single students who've left our program, Restored to Family, that are now young adults, they come and celebrate holidays with us, don't they?
We always have a big crowd at the holidays, and I just usually just put out a Facebook message and say, hey, everybody, you know, come, you're all welcome to come home for Christmas or Thanksgiving. And, you know, we have different kids every year and some that come back every single year. And, I mean, to know that you had that kind of lasting impact is just, I can't even describe it.
And let me explain how you can get involved as an angel. You can be an angel to our precious angels. And I'm telling you, I drove out of church Sunday, and there was the little 4-year-old with his siblings waving at me just 6 feet from my car.
Oh,
and when you experience that, your life will never be the same. And we want you to become an angel. How can you? Well, it's simple. A gift of any size. I always tell the story of the 83-year-old widow woman who read an article about me years ago when I was speaking in public schools, and she used to send me $1 a month. $1 a month. She'd write me a page and a half letter every month, but she was praying for me. And here we are today at Second Chance Youth Ranch TV, helping 25 to 35 young people this holiday season because of partners just like you. Perfect religion and undefiled before God is to help the widow and the orphans. And this is your opportunity to go beyond religion and put into practice the principles of faith.
Yeah.
And here's the beauty of this. When you support one of our children for Christmas, you become their angel and they become yours. And that gives you a chance to lend to the Lord. The Word of God says, he that gives to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay. I want you to think about that, and we'll be right back with Rachel.
We want them to learn that they are so incredibly loved, chosen, and wanted. Because when you know that, it changes the trajectory of your entire life.
Paul Black says he wants to make sure he gives the kids at the ranch the best path to get them where they are going. Recently, he and Troy Robertson of Redstone Construction Group, along with several other construction companies, built a new road and entryway to the ranch.
I'll support him where I can and to do what we can do for these kids.
We think it's a very worthwhile project. What Pastor Perry and them are doing for the kids is very worthwhile, and it's what we believe in.
As they look toward the future, Rachel and Billy say they want to open more foster homes and start reaching out to foster and adoptive families throughout Arkansas to help them train, equip, and support them in their journeys.
Right now we're serving dozens of children, but we want to serve hundreds and maybe even thousands.
We're not just going to be Second Chance Youth Ranch. We're going to be an organization that supports many, many foster families around our state, and I'm so excited to see that happen.
Welcome back to Second Chance Youth Ranch TV. As you know, our special guest is Rachel Hubbard, her husband Billy, and Rachel. They are our daily operations director. They have the privilege, I must say, to live at Second Chance Ranch. And so there's a lot of things going on at Second Chance Ranch right here, even during the holiday season. We're looking for you to become an angel, a sponsor for our children. As little as $20 or $25 a month, our kids can have a tremendous, tremendous Christmas, maybe their first ever Christmas with gifts. So we want you to think about that and pray about that as Rachel shares a little bit. We're asking that every person watching would give $15 or $20. $20 would just be an easy amount.
But we could do so much with it.
Yeah, so much. You can go to some coffee shop and spend $7.50 for some French coffee blend that you get at my house for free. And if you just skipped a couple of coffees, you could sponsor a child and give them a memory that would last a lifetime and ripple throughout their lives to their kids and their children's children. So just think about that. How can people get involved at Second Chance Youth Ranch besides a Christmas gift, as important as that is?
You know, we always need volunteers and mentors and people to get involved. We have a big property, and it takes a lot of hands to keep up with it. And you can cook a meal, you can come out and, you know, mow or weed eat or rake or help us put up Christmas lights for the Christmas season.
Didn't you just have a group from Geyer Springs Baptist called the Barnabas Project come out just a few weeks back?
We did.
Over 50 people came. What did they do while they were there, Rachel?
They started putting up our brand new commercial playground for our kids, which we are so excited about, and about, you know, 30 other little projects that they did too. But it's the perfect thing for like maybe a Sunday school group or a business to get together and come out on
Boy Scout troop, Girl Scouts, all kinds of groups like
Absolutely.
that. Lots to do. You said you got a lot of property. You have 300 acres. Mm-hmm. Now, when I was out just recently, the loggers were doing a thinning of some of our property, and we're also in the process right now of constructing something. You want to tell them what we're doing?
We've had a dream for a long time of making the ranch just over the top, more fun and exciting for the kids. We have them for a very short amount of time, and we want to pack as many good memories into that as we possibly can. So we are super excited to be putting in a swimming pool and a community center for our kids.
And the community center, for somebody that, well, what's a community center? It's really a rec room.
Right, with games and things to do and just a big space that they can just play and have fun. And we're also going to put a movie room in there so we can watch ball games and movies and things like that. And I mean, the kids are giddy. We're all giddy excited.
Now, when you said movies, a lot of people immediately go into the Christian thinking, wait a minute, you're going to be showing them movies. I haven't been to a theater in a long time. But we can show them some really great inspirational movies.
There's so many good Christian movies out there now, and I can promise you nobody's more cautious about what those babies watch than us. Yeah. We're very protective of them, but there's lots of great things great options.
And so they could watch all kinds of fun movies. It's also a place when we have groups like church groups or civic groups that come out, a place where they can gather.
Yes.
Pool tables, ping pong tables, foosball tables. There's not a youth minister in the world that's not a ping pong champ. I can just tell you right now, I can put the spin on the ball.
Billy's really good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to take him on. But that's what the rec center is about. So our go now down at the end of town, which is called Sweetwater, we have our church. We're gonna have our swimming pool, our basketball court, our children's playground, and the cantina, which is our rec center. And why is that? A lot of people say, well, that seems to be extravagant. Not when you're living in the midst of 40,000 acres of forestry on 300 acres of the ranch. We're kind of remote.
Yeah, just imagine packing up a van with children ages 4 to 10, 6 or 8 of them, and driving 45 minutes to get anywhere. Somebody has to potty before you make it to the end of the dirt.
Are we there yet? Yeah.
We need some stuff there at the ranch to do. And you know what? When a child first arrives at Second Chance Ranch and they pull up, they're terrified, right? because everything about their life is changing. And I know that I can't make it unscary, but man, if they can get out of that vehicle and look around and say, whoa, this place looks like fun, I want them to be excited too. Yeah. So I think it's well worth the investment for these sweet babies.
And we just back in October had our 6th annual Faithful to the Fatherless.
Yes.
And we had over 700 guests at the Benton Event Center, a big banquet, raised funds, and through our faithful donors, just like our Christmas angels, we were able to raise the funds to put in the pool, to build the rec center, and most of that work we're going to be doing ourselves. Faith without blisters is dead. And so we are thankful for people who are making a difference. And this is your opportunity to help us make a difference, not just in the lives of the children that we have, but this is creating memories that are going to ripple to their children's children. A righteous man leaves an inheritance for his children's children, and you can change the world with your gift this month to make a difference in the life of these children who will, because of their memories and their experiences, want to experience the same thing and pass it on and pay it forward to their kids in their future, as many of our students have. I'm going to give you 25 or 30 seconds to talk to the audience and tell them why they should become a partner of Second Chance Youth Ranch, especially becoming an angel.
We would love to have your partnership. We are breaking generational cycles for these kids. They will not have their children in foster care. They will be good parents because they had a family to teach them and model them how to do that. Yeah. And that's what Second Chance Ranch does, and we want you to be a part of that. So please consider partnering with us, especially during this Christmas season. This is a special time of year, and it's a hard time of year for children to be away from their families, and it's just hard on them. So we want to make it as good as possible. Yeah. Help us buy them some gifts, help us to have money for activities throughout the year, and become a partner at 2CYR.org and select the designation of Christmas Angel.
You can give online, you can give the old-fashioned snail mail way, or you can call us at our office and just let my staff know why you're calling, 501-847-1559, or you can call Rachel at 501-594-5200, or you can visit us on Facebook at The Ranch, and you can talk through private messaging or online there, or even on our website. So we look forward to hearing from you. May you have an awesome Christmas season. God bless you. Are you looking for an opportunity at year end to be a blessing and reap the benefits of a tax deduction? Why not support Second Chance Youth Ranch and change the life forever of a foster child in our care? And I want to thank you in advance for sowing into this life-changing ministry.